So guys, remember when I told you that we were gonna plunge into the depths of Gen 5? Well, here we are at Triple Battles. We've already done rotations, I think you guys saw that. And now, as I said, here we are at Triple Battles. Now, here in Triple Battles, there are two things that I would like to show off. One of them was just something I did, and then the other one was something that's really quite incredible about Triple Battles. It's something that no one really does that often. I mean, it is helpful, but you know, you just can't expect it because so few people do it. You can't anticipate them to do this because they're most likely not going to, but then when they do, it just screws you over. I mean, that's just how crazy Triple Battles are, and I love them. Triple Battles are where I show my colors. Now, I don't have the perfected team yet, but I'm working on it. Oh yes, I'm getting there. The problem is a Tailwind user. That's always the thing I have trouble with, but apart from that, let's get into team preview here. So, clearly he has Tornadus, and I know you guys don't play triples much, but Tornadus has one role in triples, Prankster Tailwinds, just like Whimsicott, except this thing can attack. So, it's obvious that he's gonna get Tailwind up no matter what, because I can't really have, I mean, sure, I could fake at it and then have two pokes on the side to kill it, but then the problem is, if I do that, then I might not get my own Tailwind up. Especially if that Bisharp did. That was the main problem, because I was scared of Sucker Punch, and you're gonna say I kinda make a mistake on the first turn, but in the end, I made quite a good comeback that, well, it's actually on the second turn of the battle, but you gotta realize that Triple Battles are really short, especially on random matchup, where you're only using level 50s, but besides all that, let's get into the battle. You're gonna see what I do, the amazing thing I do, very early in this battle. So, he's going to lead off with his Tornadus, obviously to get Tailwind up, and there are a few things you must realize. Dragon Pulse hits the other end, and so does almost every single flying move. So, the thing about Tornadus over Whimsicott is that, you know, they both are Prankster Tailwind users, obviously. That's what they're meant for. That's what they're built for. But the thing is, that one can attack, and, you know, Whimsicott can't really. So he's gonna obviously get his Tailwind up, and he was gonna go for Sucker Punch here, but what, it failed on myself, who has all attacking moves? Because I've moved to the center, yes! Now, my mistake was, I really wanted to just kill this Bisharp, because I didn't want to deal with Sucker Punch at all. So I kill it when I really should have faked out Hydreigon, because, you know, like I said, the majority of my pokes naturally outspeed his, so if we both had Tailwinds up on the same time, it would be fine. But I was thinking a Draco Meteor, which doesn't hit the opposite end, but Dragon Pulse does. Now you might be thinking, wait, what about multi-scale, right? The thing is, your Tailwind user has to have, it has to be Ghost type, or it has to be either Ghost type, have Prankster, or have Inner Focus. Those are pretty much required, because otherwise they just aren't efficient enough. So the only Ghost type one is Drifblim, which I'm actually trying on on my more recent version of this, but he's not working too well. So anyway, now that he's got his Tailwind up, I know I'm in trouble. Now, Mindshao is clearly gonna die to an Acrobatics here. There's nothing I can do about it. Now, he's not really thinking about what my Dusclops might do, though, so he was gonna go for a Rock Slide just to try and get some flinches off on us. And I knew that he was probably gonna do that, for that matter. So I wanted Mindshao to get up the wide guard, because it's gonna die otherwise, just like right here. Here comes the Acrobatics, he's dead. I can't really afford to switch into anybody and let them get killed either, because you don't really have walls in Triple Battles. So I really just have to let Mindshao die here, but I got up my wide guard, which saved me from the flinch hacks right there. Now, he doesn't go for Dark Pulse, which is kinda surprising. I guess he doesn't have it. I don't know. He's not locked into anything because he had a gem, but I am going to get the Thunderous killed here, and now this is where I make my comeback. Turn number 2, turning everything around. Get ready for this. Dusclops, my Imprisoner, is going to Trick Room. I'm Trick Rooming with a base 115er here. That's just incredible. So, now we have a Trick Room in, and because all his speed is doubled, bases don't even matter anymore. We are going to be slower until Ferrothorn comes in, and now I'm really worried about Gyro Ball, because that's going to be quite a problem. So I brought in a Abomasnow just to blizzard everything, obviously. And now Aerodactyl's going to protect itself, and I mean, that's fine, because I didn't really pick on it, because I knew Blizzard could pretty much OHKO it anyway, and Hail would break the sash on the next turn, so I mainly picked on Ferrothorn and Hydreigon. Now, what surprises me is that he goes for Leech Seed here. I'm really just surprised he didn't Gyro Ball, but I guess he has a defensive set, I don't really know. So I go for Blizzard, and I'm really thinking, there's no way Hydreigon can take it that way! I'm max special attack! What? That's not even a sash, because it's a gem. So I couldn't believe it took it there. And I'm obviously going to destroy the Ferrothorn with Flamethrower, because, I mean, if he had Gyro Balled Azelf, I guess it wouldn't have been that much, because, you know, I guess Gyro Ball's not really all that good on a Tailwind team, but still, any move would have done a lot, like Power Whip. but he's gonna go for Fire Blast here, and mighty thankfully, my Abomasnow carries the Focus Sash, because, like, there's an item clause here, okay? So I might as well put the sash on the only person who's not damaged by hail, right? Plus, Abomasnow needs it anyway, with, what, 7 weaknesses? It's just bad. So the Hydreigon, at the very least, is gonna die from hail here, and now the Abomasnow, or, did I say Abomasnow? The Aerodactyl cannot double protect, and if it potentially had a sash, it is broken this turn, so now I don't have to worry about it. However, I can't exactly Blizzard here, because I know that the Extreme Speed's coming, and I have a Protect on my Abomasnow now, but I didn't at the time, so I just really have to let it die. I mean, I don't want to switch into anyone else, let them take the hit, but considering that the Arcanine was going to get its move in no matter what, I just decided to pick on the Aerodactyl rather than the Arcanine, and let 8 get killed first, so I was going to Nightshade just because, and if I got it killed, you know, this way rather than have Doomy Psyshock, the Arcanine, I wouldn't have to worry about taking an attack that way. However, this is where their Tailwind fades, and the fact that we're in a Trick Room hurts me, because after this hail damage, the Tailwind is going to fade, and then I'm sending out pokes that naturally outspeed his, and we're in a Trick Room, so I'm going to have to end up taking a lot more damage. But thankfully, I have Ganondorf left, and unfortunately, nicknames don't show up on random matchup, because normally I've got Zwap, Doomy, and Garchomp, and since Dusclops couldn't do anything, I was just going to imprison. So he is going to go for Flare Blitz just to kill me. I mean, he can't widespread, there's nothing he could do. Doomy has Levitate, so my Garchomp named Ganondorf here, Ganondorf is going to get off his Ground Gem Earthquake. Get ready for this. This Arcanine is dead, even after 2 Intimidate drops, which I don't have in this battle, but I'm sure, even if I think I have been intimidated twice, and with my Ground Gem, I've OHKO'd Arcanines before, even after 2 Intimidate drops, I think, but so that was the battle for you. The main thing I wanted to show you was the fact that shifting to the center is just quite incredible, as well as many other aspects of triples. I mean, I know you guys don't play it that much, if at all, but triples really are incredible, and I like them quite a bit. They are my very favorite battle style. There are so many things you gotta be careful of, and you gotta make a very effective way to get your strategy to work, because it's so easy to stop. You gotta be careful about Fake Out, you gotta be careful about Snatch, you gotta be careful about Trick Room, you gotta worry about all these things. So the best way to go about, usually, if you're a fast team, is to have a Tailwind user immune to Fake Out, like I did, your own Fake Out user immune to Fake Out. Basically, your whole team needs to be immune to Fake Out, because otherwise you're not going to get your move in, because they are most likely going to have a Fake Out user, even though this guy didn't. It just, Fake Out, you gotta prepare for it, because it can ruin you, just like that. I mean, I coulda got my own Dragonite's Tailwind in, but I didn't, because I just wanted to not worry about the Sucker Punch, but Fake Out, you gotta worry about that, and when it comes to actual imprisoning, I have Imprison on Dusclops to imprison Trick Roomers, because I don't want to get my Tailwind up and then have them use Trick Room, just like I did there. See, that's where Imprison is so important, because that's what Dusclops is mainly for. You need a Ghost-type Imprisoner, obviously. You can't just go and have like my Mesprit is obviously not. I had a battle with Mesprit as an imprisoner, but that's obviously not efficient enough, because it can just be faked out by anything. Now, sure, you might have to worry about Kangaskhan, but the thing about Kangaskhan is, well, Adamant Mind Shao naturally outspeeds even timid or jolly Kangaskhan, so I don't have to worry about it faking out my Dusclops, because I can get it faked out first. However, then I have to worry about other attacks onto Dusclops, so there's so much you gotta be careful about in triples, but even so, I love them, they're incredible. They may last 6 turns, but they are gonna give you some of the most intense battles you can imagine. So if I were you, I would start looking into triples, because they are fun.